Is there a Fantastic Four movie coming out? Oh, I didn't know that. How shocking. Hello and welcome to The Rundown. Basically, I give you guys a sort of history/review of a comic book run and explain why you should read it. Or, on occasion, not read it. So did you see the new Fantastic Four movie, love it, and want to know where to start? I doubt it. But has it made you wonder why people even like the Fantastic Four, seeing as every movie with them in has been terrible? Well, I can help you with that, because I'm about to give you the rundown on Mark Waid's amazing Fantastic Four run. So we'll start with the history and what you need to know to read this book. Luckily, there ain't much. After the disastrous Heroes Reborn event, Marvel relaunched a bunch of their titles with new volumes and new number ones. So this isn't really a modern trend, just an annoying one. Fantastic Four ran rather unnotably for 60 issues. The only major events from this time that I could find was the birth of Valeria Richards, Reed and Sue's second child. Due to complications, Valeria was delivered by Doctor Doom, who makes a big impact on this run, trust me. Waid's run began in issue 60 with the late Mike Wieringo providing art. It went on until issue 524. Don't worry, they changed the numbering halfway through. They didn't actually produce 450 issues of the Fantastic Four from 2002 to 2005. Over the run, the Four battled Doom at its most evil, turned Galactus human, and went to heaven. Also, family drama. So with that out of the way, why should you read this? Well, simply, Mark Waid draws out the absolute best in the Fantastic Four. He renders each character perfectly. Reed is great as a torn man, trying to protect his family and trying to fix the world. Sue is a mother just trying to keep her family together and remain strong in the face of huge adversity. Johnny is still a prankster, but one who is growing and learning. And Ben Grimm gets a surprising amount of depth as the group's wisest member. Not to mention his Doctor Doom. Instead of going the route many others have of casting Doom as a noble villain, Waid makes him a truly irredeemable, narcissistic arsehole of the highest degree. He tortures without mercy, runs a harsh dictatorship, and will do anything for power. He's a truly great villain here. Utterly despicable and incredibly threatening. The tone is also perfect. Waid nails light, fun romp when needed, but also doesn't shy away from showing the emotional effects on these characters. When Franklin Richards goes to hell, he is incredibly affected by it, and Waid manages to make it actually heartbreaking to read. We still get Johnny Storm and Spider-Man taking on Hydro Man, Ben Grimm versus the Yancey Street Gang, and other light one-off stories that serve to build character and really make us feel the Fantastic Four as a family. The stories and ideas themselves are also incredibly fun. Like I mentioned above, pretty much anything goes, as the Four take over Latveria after defeating Doctor Doom, turn Galactus human, and go to frickin' heaven and meet Jack Kirby to save Ben Grimm. It's crazy stuff, but it does something the Fantastic Four desperately needed. Casting them as sci-fi heroes instead of superheroes allows us to accept the fact that the Fantastic Four are kinda dull superheroes, with dull powers and dull supervillains. When they work, is as adventurers, explorers, battling Doom not by punching him, but by learning magic to match him. Defeating Galactus by convincing him of humanity's worth, and all growing as characters over the course of this run. And that's why I would say this is the perfect place to jump on if you want to read some Fantastic Four, but don't know where to start. This run is imaginative, funny, dramatic, and most importantly, heartfelt. You can tell Waid loves writing this team and wants to take them to new places. And it works! It's available in a series of, overpriced in my opinion, Ultimate Collections, and on Comixology and Marvel Unlimited. You could also probably dig up the back issues online if you want to collect them. So if you've read that and want to go further, where do you go? Well, there's Hickman's run on Fantastic Four and Future Foundation, which began after Dark Reign, and was pretty much Hickman's style of insane science fiction ideas to the extreme. I've only read parts of it, but what I read was great. Then there's the first 3 arcs of Ultimate Fantastic Four, the first by Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Millar, and the second and third written by Warren Ellis. This is a part of the Ultimate Universe, meaning it's a modern retelling of the Four's origins. Well, more than 10 years ago. The first arc does this, with great focus on Reed as a child prodigy with parents who don't understand him. The second and third arcs, by Warren Ellis, focus on the team's first battles with Doom, and a meeting with the ultimate version of Annihilus, Nihil. The first arc is a great origin story, and the second and third arcs are fun adventures. After that, Mark Millar comes back and writes his usual cynical fare, and paired with Greg Land's porny artwork, it just isn't for me. You could give it a try though if you become attached to the ultimate versions of the characters, because there is some good stuff in there. And my final recommendation is probably the most obvious. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's epic run on the series, running from issue 1 to issue 125, with a few issues off from 114 to 120. Of course, these are 60s comics, and can be hard for modern readers to get through, with the minimalistic art, stilted dialogue and heavy use of narration. But if you think you could handle it, these are the building blocks of the Marvel Universe as we know it today. The Inhumans, Galactus, Annihilus, Namor, the Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, Black Panther, the Kree, the Skrulls, and of course, Doctor Doom, all made their first appearances here. And it's some pretty fun stuff. So what did you guys think of this show? Would you like to see more? Leave a comment, tell me what characters and runs you'd like to see a rundown of, or just show support for my artistic vision by liking and subscribing. Your choice.